want to talk today about the culture, okay? I have been hearing a lot yesterday, people discussing cross-culture, 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 and I want to understand what is that, okay? And I want you to help me understand what is that, okay? Because culture is very deep, and when we are talking about culture, very often we have the confusion of high culture, okay? Poets or music, blah blah blah. But in our context, when we are talking about culture, it's everyday culture. What it means, behavior, okay? What it means to be in this or that culture. Honestly, I learned a lot myself while working in different cross-cultural settings. I remember when I was at your age, it was just 5 years ago. When I was at your age, I'm 25 now, that's right. When I was at your age, I didn't have this exposure. And this type of projects were not existing, like cultural exchanging, or it was like very rare, etc., etc. So I didn't have the luxury to participate in projects like this that will help me open my horizon, my thinking, my tolerance, my, how to be open to different cultures. And now that I'm reflecting back of who I was and who I am now, I'm saying, oh my goodness, really you were that stupid, you were really that not tolerant, etc., etc. Because this cross-culture, this soft skill shaped my life as a person and shaped my life as a professional. It kind of was a means for me to go and discover more and more. So to start with, I'll ask you, I'm giving you different pieces of paper, and I'll ask you, without showing anyone, reading to yourself the sentence that is written there, okay? And try to understand, without showing, without discussing. And later, we'll move forward. Yes, read and understand. Read on your own. Read on your own and understand. Okay, did you read it? Okay, now I'll ask you to count letter F's in the sentence and write it on that piece of paper. How many letter F's is there? Okay, do you have it?
No.
Okay. Aram, how many do you have?
6.
Write it down, please. Yana, how many do you have?
9.
How many Khachik do you have?
9.
You, Asya?
8.
8. You? 8. 6.
9.
You, Narek?
9.
So it's the same sentence that everyone has, but we have different numbers. Let's reflect on this. Why? Why?
Because
Now we are not discussing, guys. We are not discussing. It's 9. Don't worry. It's 9. And honestly, for bigger groups, for like 20 plus people participating, I did this activity and I had from 1 to 20. There were people who were standing in absurd number, believe me. Let's discuss why. What was the process like for you?
concentration. was not that
Concentration,
good.
okay.
Double checking.
Double checking, okay. What else?
First I count 9 and then I double check it's 8. I said it's 8.
Okay, what else?
I still count 6, I don't know why.
Because you are not counting the offs.
Yes.
You don't take them as a word. See? What does it say about us?
We are concentrated, like,
We don't appreciate often, and it's subconsciously, we don't appreciate the simple things, small things like us. Or we appreciate too much the word effective, because E seems like F near F, so we count like 3 or 4 Fs there. Okay, what else?
Just concentrating on the keywords.
Concentrating on the keywords, what stands out for us?
I just skip off all those.
Yes. When I was doing this exercise, honestly, I also skipped it. I was like fighting. No, I can count it. I know how to count it. But when someone said, "Did you count the offs?" No, I didn't. It was like, oh my god. But this is really something that helps us. The sentence is like primitive sentence, and the test was not difficult. But it's just subconsciously what you are focusing on. Okay? Cool. Good. Let's go next. Okay. Let's talk. As I said, throughout the day, I want you to tell me what is culture. Okay. So, what is culture for you? Let's talk. You know what? Let's not talk as a whole group. First, let's take 5 minutes and talk to the pair next to you. And then we'll talk as a whole group. Okay? 5 minutes, talk about culture, and come up with your own definition. What's culture for you?
Cumulative.
I want to hear from each pair. Let's start with you guys.
So myself.
You start. Your pair. What you discussed. So bring us examples.
About the size of the community or something.
So culture is a community for you. Do I get it right?
No,
Okay.
it's not community, but maybe the behavior of community.
Great. So behavior of community. Behavior of community. Cool. You?
It's cumulative embedded values.
Cumulative values.
Yeah. And also Hofstede has an onion model in the core. It defines what is good, what is bad.
Sorry, say it again.
Hofstede had an onion model, maybe you know.
Model?
Onion for culture. But in the very core, it's very embedded values, like what is good,
Embedded
what is
values,
bad.
okay. Okay, cool.
We
You
have a
guys?
few.
Yes.
So first thing is culture is doing things in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Culture is a national thing. The
Doing
thing which
things.
makes nation.
In different ways.
It's also the way of thinking.
Ways. Way of thinking.
And it's the main
Nationality,
thing.
And
nationality and values
nationality.
and all the values that we have.
And values. I'm just putting asterisks here so not to repeat. Thank you. You guys?
overall culture is the combination of the beliefs, values. I teach it, but I'm studying this for 4 years.
Beliefs, Values.
Beliefs, values, and culture itself like shapes the identity of some.
Okay, shut up, please. Next.
For us, culture is mentality, and
Mentality.
this is bridge to connect for other nations, but it will be for us individual and global.
Great. Individual and global. Great. This is awesome list. And I'm sure if we have more time, we'll come up with more definitions or what it means for us. So my next question is, what shapes the culture? Well, let me put it in the right way. What affects the development of a culture? What factors?
Time,
History.
Time, history, so history, time,
language,
weather,
Language,
very important guys.
Like climate.
Language,
geography.
climate, geography. So there are three, if you look at culture, studies, research, etc., these are the three things. Climate, language, and religion. This is, I think, what they are saying, three things. I always add, and the lifestyle. But let's talk like how, can you bring an example how weather or climate can make the culture? Go ahead.
Okay, so in Turkey we have lots of different folk dances, and in like colder parts, folk dances are always close and it's like more faster but smaller movements. But in the warmer side, it's like always far away, more slow and bigger movements.
That's a very good example, but it's about high culture. Let's talk about everyday culture, okay? Because dance itself is a high culture. Like poems, like
Even it
poets.
affects the communication between us.
Okay, so it affects communication. That's another thing. But as a dance style, that's a high culture, but it's very right example. Okay, what's next? Can you remember a country you visited?
Like the houses and the clothes that we
Clothes.
make depends on the...
Houses, clothes. Okay, what else?
Also the food, like the
The
people
food.
who are living near the sea or the water that they are
Near the sea. This is very important, guys, because those countries that are around sea, oceans, etc., for example, like tropical countries, they're always happy, right? The climate itself tells you how to do it. In Armenia, if it's mountainous, if it's cold, etc. And by the way, did you know that that's why they say Armenian noses are big? Honestly, for me, not for you. Do you know why it's big?
Because of the
Because
mountains?
we are mountainous region, and
No.
the genes tells us that we need, because we are in high altitude, we need more oxygen. That's why our nose is big. Okay, cool. So climate affects your lifestyle and your culture. Like Spanish people, they are what's going on? Hot, like
passionate.
blood, hot-headed, like they have that warm blood, what we say, okay? Because they are in that tropical country, always like almost naked, they're, it's fun. Great. What else? For example, when I was in Mongolia, that was one of the cultural shocks for me. That because of too cold. What is this? I was in summer in Mongolia. I was shivering like this. This is summer in Mongolia, this weather.
really?
It's summer in Mongolia. And I went there in summer with, my shorts, etc. And I had to buy their camel woolen jackets, things like that to keep myself warm. So, and people, did you notice that mountainous region, people or in Mongolia, that was the click for me, the wow moment for me. We eat lots of meat.
Yes.
It's cultural because of our climate, because of our mountains, because we don't, you know, we need protein to live in high elevation places. That seems like basic things that we never think why, but this is one of the reasons. That we are, in Mongolia even they would dry meat.
Yeah, we also.
They would, you do?
Yes.
That was a shock for me, cultural shock, dried meat, Jemkin sakun, and then use it in the jashmet. Arada kirensa. And I remember the other cultural shock for me, my colleagues took me out and they said, would you like to try traditional Mongolian tea? I said, yeah, sure, why not? They brought it, it was a gross. And I didn't know how not to offend and say, I hate you guys. So they bought the tea, black tea, milk in it, butter in it, and meat powder.
Oh.
Wait, is it? What?
That's called
Tea.
Traditional Mongolian tea.
Okay.
When they said, I said, okay, it's herbs and, you know, I would like to taste and see. They're flowers, they're, yeah.
Meat powder.
I was, and I didn't know how to say. I drank, I said, this is so tasty, but because it's milk, I'm not tolerant to milk. Yeah, we'll drink, and you know, they took my cup and, oh, this was good. Gosh. But I tried not to offend them, so I tasted, I sipped it. So, what's the role of culture in our lives?
Shapes our daily life.
Yes.
Shapes our daily life in what way?
Behavior.
Behaviors,
Behavior.
communication.
Can you bring an example?
In Turkey, you don't have to say something in long sentences. It's just because we're, I don't know, maybe we don't like communication or we don't like just. We just
No, you like communication, come on.
Maybe
If we are not Turkish, yes we do. We just make it very small, and you just say like, you don't say. I'm just giving an example. You don't say what is your name. You just say your name, and
Okay.
they understand that you are asking
Okay.
me.
we can compare the Japanese and Japan and United States, for example. The Japan is a high context country,
So I'm getting there now.
yeah, Japan is high context and the United States is low context. So for United States people, the words, the sentences are really important. So they will not just read the air, just understand what is answered. But in the Japanese, it's vice versa. You just don't say, or don't give all details. They understand with your body language,
Yeah.
your face,
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Cool. What are the elements of culture, visible and invisible?
This is something like iceberg.
That's very true, and when we get to iceberg metaphor, I'll ask Husky to help me. Okay, cool. And what is the intercultural competency?
Can you open the question?
What is intercultural competency? So, do you know what is competency?
Yeah,
Can you define what is competency?
No, it's
Like ability.
Capability.
It's capability. It's the combination of knowledge, skills, and attitude. So this is what makes the competency. Cultural, intercultural, it's like culture like you. Okay, so what is culture like you? What is culture, intercultural
Being
competency?
able to accept someone who's not like you and be respectful.
Okay, great. Tolerancy? Tolerance? Okay. Okay. Well, just to give you the real definition what's in there, I'll read it for you, not to skip anything. So first of all, let me read what is the different sources, what is the official definition of the culture. Culture is the shared set of assumptions, values, and beliefs of a group of people by which they organize their common life. So values, beliefs,
Assumptions.
group of people, behavior, and common life. There was someone speaking about common life, but I didn't read that. Okay? So this is what one of the researchers, Gary Weatherspoon, is saying about culture. Another definition is culture is a people's way of life. Way of life. Where are we?
No,
In a
there
way of
is a
thinking.
Okay, but there is that way, that means, right? Way of life, they are designed for living. They are way of coping with biological, physical, and social environment. It consists of learned, patterned assumptions, concepts and behaviors, plus the resulting artifacts. Okay? That's another definition. Another definition is that culture is the social behavior and norms found in human society. Culture is the collective programming of mind which places people in different categories. This is actually my favorite. And in general, this researcher, Lewis, his cultural books are really amazing to read. Culture is the characteristics of a particular group of people defined by everything from language, religion, cuisine, social habits, music, and arts. Okay? Now, if you want to hear the official definition of intercultural competence, it says, intercultural competency is communicating, interacting, behaving effectively and appropriately with the other culture. This is the official definition of intercultural competence. Once again, I'm reading it for you. Intercultural competence is communicating, interacting, behaving effectively and appropriately with the other culture. Okay. So regardless how culturally intelligent we are, we always filter things through our prism. Therefore, there is also that understanding of cultural glasses. Okay? Regardless, again, I'm saying, doesn't matter how much I'm culturally intelligent or competent, every time, if it's something new, I was just telling you about the Mongolia, right? You want it or not, you always filter it within your prism. It means that you always wear your cultural glasses. I'm Armenian, I'm always wearing my cultural glasses. Okay?
Colored
We are-
glasses.
Cultural glasses.
No, there is a term that we say colored glasses. It means that we don't say cultural glasses. It's an activity like that. So not from one culture to another, you can see the world from one person's eyes to another, because even in the same culture we have different.
That's individual
Yeah,
culture. We
yeah.
are not talking about individual culture, because in that case, maybe the term can be used. But if we are speaking about general culture, we are saying cultural classes. That's what I read or what I know. But maybe on individual level, you can say different colors of
Colored glasses.
Colored glasses.
It's the
Okay.
same thing, but
There is like different terms, like cultural lenses they are saying, or like different terms. But because I'm wearing glasses, I'm just liking this word. So we are wearing cultural glasses, we want it or not. Okay? And the best way, one of the best tools that I was exposed, and Hasmik was just referring, is the metaphor of iceberg. Okay? Really? If you want, please come.
I came from my place also.
Chad, you need to draw and show and tell. So, come. We can do it, Hasmik. So the one, and again, one of my favorite is the club metaphor of culture or cultural iceberg model that Hasmik is going to train us on.
Stefan will help me. Well, when I'm talking about culture, the first associations that come to mind of common people, these are like the cuisine, the dances, like music, all the things that are very visible from the first time when you enter the country, for example. These are the this is the outside of the upper side.
Top of the
Top of the
iceberg.
iceberg. That is seen for everyone. What goes into this? Cuisine. What else? Dances. What? What
Clothes,
else?
language.
Language.
Hiç doğru yazılıyor.
And
It's
what
also
else?
beliefs, religion.
Huh? Religion. So,
Songs and
okay, songs,
Christians.
traditions, several of them.
Look at making hiç doğru Weather?
This is so nice. You're so different in your writing. I like it. Honestly.
And that's it.
Bullies.
But what goes under this iceberg is never seen without, like, from the first sight. You see it, you understand this whenever you are exploring the culture like more deeply. You do researches, you read lots of books, you watch TV shows that talks about that culture, and it like values, stereotypes. What else? Beliefs.
This is great. Thank you. Okay, this was awesome. Thank you. I'm going to tell the university that you are going to be one of their best successful program to speak about culture and cultural intelligence. This is great. I have nothing to add on this.